What's up, Rockland?
I'm your host, Maggie.
And I'm Kayla. It's Friday, February 10th, a Silver Plus 7 day.
Today's weather is going to be a high of 61 and a low of 40. The weather's going to be really nice, but it'll probably rain tomorrow, so enjoy the sun while you can, and hopefully the sun will come back next week.
Quick announcement, junior prom bid sales take place on Monday. Permission slips are required, and both permission slips and guest passes can be found in the student store during break, plus and lunch.
Make sure you get those all filled out to get your bid as soon as possible, and be sure to watch that video for all of the details. And now let's get right into your show.
We are happy to announce that the Rockland High School Academic Decathlon is the Placer County champions for the third year in a row.
Okay, so Rockland High School's Academic Decathlon team just won the county competition. So now we're moving on to state.
There's 10 events. Radian, you would like to say the events?
There's science, economics, math, social science, literature, music, art, interview, essay, and speech.
And for most of them, they're multiple choice questions, so we get 30 minutes to do all of our questions.
Okay, so yeah, we scored 30,000 points. The next highest school was 22,000 for second place. So they've been working all year. And what was the theme this year?
The American Revolution
Yeah.
and the new nation.
And so all of the tests, like the history has to do with the American Revolution, and so science was each year there's a different topic. Last year was water, and that so they in the math it was trigonometry was a focus. Chemistry was for science this year. They had music, so kind of time from that time period. The art was also from kind of the American Revolutionary time period, and so and everyone has to take all the tests. They don't specialize, so they're there all day. Taking their tests, giving us a prepared speech and an impromptu speech. They have to write an essay, and have an interview, and then the final event is the super quiz, where they all get up and kind of like a college bowl, and they have for each group, like there's 3 categories based on your GPA, honors, scholastic, and varsity, and each group will get up there and compete. 14 questions that range from math to music, any of the topics, and they read the question, they have 10 seconds to answer it. And like in math, you have 20 seconds. But some of these are pretty tough questions. But we won Super Quiz again. So this is our third year in a row winning the county, and so we're excited to go to state again.
Now, most of our winter sports are beginning to come to an end. So let's check out our This Week in Sports.
What's up, sports fans? I'm Eli, and I'm joined here today by special guest and storm leader,
Maddie Hazlett.
To kick off This Week in Sports, our boys and girls basketball teams are in the thick of their seasons and have both been doing well. On Wednesday, both teams had senior night, which was a very emotional night for the seniors and their families. Mark Lavranov and Kiara Katubiges both had great performances. Here's a recap of the night.
Thank you for having me, Eli. We have a big night tonight regarding basketball. We got Corey Classic Part 2, except this time we're not in our own house, we're going to Whitney. Girls play at 6 o'clock and our guys are playing at 7:30. The theme is classic, room versus blue, so of course show out in strictly Rockland blue. Get yourself one of our new Storm shirts as well as your ticket on GoFan. Show out tonight, bring that hype, let's go 2 for 2 and beat Whitney for the second time.
I couldn't agree more. To continue This Week in Sports, our boys soccer team had a hard-fought game against Whitney last week and are continuing to improve. A win and 2 ties has sent them into the playoffs. Great work, guys. They had their first game of the postseason this Tuesday. Here's a look back at some of the action from the year thus far.
boys, and a huge congratulations to our girls soccer team who absolutely dominated the SFL this year. With wins against Granite Bay, Folsom, Oak Ridge, Whitney, Deloro, the girls earned themselves an SFL title. Shout out to each and every player who contributed to the team's success, very deserved, and we wish you much luck in your postseason.
Moving on to wrestling, the team is one tournament into the postseason and has high hopes for the rest of their season. If you don't know much about wrestling, when it comes to the postseason, if you don't perform at a certain level at the current tournament, you don't qualify for the next one and your season is over. That being said, the guys had their league tournament this past week. Our qualifiers from this weekend's divisional tournament are Caleb Aguiline, Adam Crowley, Matt Crowley, Josh Leeper, Chase Baker, Sandra Labonte, Aiden Saladanka, and Liam Struinski. For our girls, they have their regional tournament this weekend. Good luck to both our boys and girls wrestlers in their postseason pursuit.
As we approach the spring, we are very excited for all the spring athletes and look forward to covering their accomplishments. That's it for This Week in Sports.
See you next week, Rockland.
We had our VAPA Assembly on Tuesday for the first time since 2020, and it's safe to say that everyone did amazing. It was great to see all of the groups we had. We wouldn't always get a chance to see them, and now Brayden and Jonathan made a video for us to check that out.
Now, you may have noticed that we have a ton of trash on campus, so here's a PSA from Michael and Jake as Oscar the Grouch to clean up.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street?
How's it going, you guys? You might know me, Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. I was recently evicted because they cleaned up all the trash, so I heard Rockland High School has a lot of trash here, so I wondered if this would be a good place for me. Yeah, come here. Come here, yeah. Hey, stop here. Hey. Look around here, man. See all this beautiful trash on this campus. I just love it. I can't get enough. You don't understand, man. You don't get it. You don't understand it like I do. Yeah.
I think you might have a problem.
I have a problem? It's not me who has a problem. It's the world who has a problem, okay? It's not an addiction. It's a lifestyle. You just don't understand. Hey, stop. Hey, Pop. Hey. Get out of here. Get out. It's mine. Hey. What? It's my trash, bro. Get out of here. Hey, don't pull up behind,
It's all right. We just don't want you here. We gotta try to clean up this place, but we're gonna take you to a place where you'll be happy.
Where are you going? Where are you gonna take me, man?
I'm gonna take you to the landfill.
Let's go. We're not going back to Sesame Street, right, guys? Like, I have way too many ops there. We're not going back there.
It doesn't get better than this, guys.
Sleeping rough, clouds away.
After a while, we finally have another man on the street from Christian and Sarah and Violet to hear about some of the cheesiest cards and best pickup lines as the Valentine's Day special.
Hi there, Rockland High School. Today we're going to be asking people what their favorite pickup lines are. Valentine's Day edition. Hey, what's your favorite pickup line?
If we were a pair of socks, we'd make a great pair.
That we would.
Excuse me, but I think you dropped something. My jaw.
Do you work at McDonald's? Because I'm loving it.
Hi, I'm Mike.
That works.
That tends to work better.
I don't believe this.
Be yourself, people. Okay. Be yourself.
Are you a parking ticket because you've got a fine written all over it?
Are you tired because you've been walking through my mind all night?
That's a good one.
You say a pickup line to me, so I can know.
Do you play soccer? Because you look like a keeper.
That's awesome.
Top G's don't need pickup lines. They just do it.
That was great. What's your favorite pickup line?
Is your name Google? Because you're everything I've been searching for.
Are you lightning? Cause you my queen.
I was wondering if you could tell me, if you're here, who's running heaven?
Excuse me, but I think you dropped something. My jaw.
Do you like raisins? That's where you're supposed to respond.
Yeah.
I could give you a date.
Those were pretty hard to watch, Rockland. Let's try again next Valentine's Day. Thank you.
And now for your announcements. Campus Life is every Tuesday and Friday in L6. Go join them for pizza, breadsticks, and awesome conversation, and everyone's welcomed.
You want a good way to start off your week? Yoga Club meets every Monday at 8 a.m. in J6. Go join them to relax and practice some yoga.
ASL Club meets every Tuesday at lunch in room H1. Can't wait to see you there.
Applications for National Honor Society are now available in Miss Mitchell's room K4 and are due back to her by Friday, February 17th.
If you don't know what that is, NHS is an organization that honors the academic and community service-related achievements of students. To join, you must have 150 community service hours logged into Aries. And then that's all we have for you today, Rockland. Now let's go over to our homeroom.
Storm Chaser. Game Boy. Lightning Lady. Cloud Catcher.
What's up, Rockland? We're just two of your homeroom heroes.
And we are here every Friday to introduce activities you'll be doing in your homeroom.
Today's theme, as you may have guessed, is
Valentine's Day.
Okay, so the history of how the holiday got its name is murky to say the least. But what about its date? Why does Valentine's Day fall on February 14th? Most experts believe it was picked to keep the tradition of an old Roman festival called Lupercalia. It was a day-long holiday dedicated to love and fertility held on the 15th of February each year. As Christianity spread across the Roman Empire, Lupercalia was outlawed and replaced with a church-approved version held the day before, known as St. Valentine's Day, that took its place. By the Middle Ages, lovers began giving valentines to each other. The oldest known Valentine was written in 1415 by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife, while he was locked up in the Tower of London after being captured in battle. A woman named Esther Howland, known today as the mother of the American Valentine, invented the first mass-produced version, which was decorated with lace, colored paper, ribbons, and other things we're still using to make them. Today, almost 150 million Valentine's Day cards are sent every year, and that number is only growing. So this year, if you've got a special someone on your mind, do what people have done for thousands of years. Work up the nerve to write them a Valentine.
That's interesting. I never really thought about the history of Valentine's Day before.
Me neither. Now it's time for...
Hold on, Rockland! I'm Game Boy and I have a super game for you. This week you're gonna talk with your homeroom teacher and try to guess how many chocolate hearts are in this super jar.
Why is everything super?
Because it's super! Now on to our game. Alright, homeroom teachers, take a moment with your homeroom class and come up with a guess for how many chocolate hearts are in this super jar. Then email Mr. OD your guesses. The homeroom with the closest number wins a super surprise.
And last but not least, it's time for your homeroom activity.
So, Lightning Lady, what do you plan for us today?
Teachers, it's your turn to help students create notes of love for this heartfelt holiday.
It's time to show your love. You can create a card, you can go to canva.com and send one digitally.
So students, go ahead and create 3 Valentines. You can write them to parents, friends, teachers, or your lovers.
Ooh. I made one for you.
Aww.
And I made one for you.
Aww. Thanks, Lightning Lady.
Of course.
Alright, now it's your turn and we'll see you next week, Rockland. Happy Valentine's Day. Heroes out!